How to read nonfiction. Hey guys, so just a heads up, Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend, so to get us in the spirit and through this nonfiction unit, we're going to be looking at some different texts about Valentine's Day around the world and the history of Valentine's Day. Now, we've talked about nonfiction, the different types and the different elements, and we should have a pretty good understanding of that. Now it's time to look at the best way to read nonfiction. The key to reading, analyzing, and understanding nonfiction texts is close reading. This means reading through multiple times looking for different elements with each read. It may sound complicated and scary, but we're going to take it one step at a time. These are the different steps we're going to take when analyzing nonfiction. 1. Identify organization techniques, text features, and text structure. 2. Determine type of nonfiction. 3. Identify main idea. 4. Determine author's purpose and find evidence. And 5. Determine tone and find evidence. Okay, our first step. Identify organization techniques, text features, and text structure. Text features are the parts of a reading passage that stand out from the rest of the information. These things stand out because they provide important information about the text. Some common text features are bullet points, headings, titles, illustrations, glossary, map, diagram, charts and graphs, a title page, subtitles, types of print, subheading, and table of contents. As an example, we're going to be looking at a Valentine's Day booklet. The text features we see right away are a title page with a title, 2 subtitles, bold print, an illustration, and a border. Our title tells us that we're going to be looking at the history of Valentine's Day, and our subtitles let us know that the focus is St. Valentine and different traditions. And text structures are how the author organizes the information within a text. The text structures are chronological, where information is organized in an order of time. Some signal words could be first, next, last, then, after, before, and later. Descriptive, which describes how something looks. Some signal words may be characteristics, looks like, consists of, for example, for instance, and other specific adjectives. Sequence, where information is lined up step by step. It's how to do something or how something happens. Signal words, while, meanwhile, at the same time, not long after, first, second, third, then, and next. Problem and solution, where a problem and an answer are suggested. Your signal words could look like the question is, to solve this, the problem is, one reason for, one answer is, the puzzle is, since, and therefore. Cause and effect. An action and its reaction is explained. Words to look for are effect, as a result, because, consequently, for this reason, if and then, since, and therefore. And compare and contrast, which tells how things are similar and different. Words to keep an eye out for: alike, as opposed to, different, in common, on the other hand, similar, both, and either. Now, our Valentine's Day booklet is set up in chronological order. It goes through a date-by-date explanation of how Valentine's Day came to be what it is today. Next, we have to determine the type of nonfiction we're reading. There are 3 different types of nonfiction: argumentative, informational, and narrative. Argumentative writing attempts to convince the reader to think about or act on something, or to accept a writer's opinion using evidence for support. Informational writing presents facts, discusses ideas, or explains a process. And narrative writing conveys a real experience. The booklet is an informational text. This is because it provides facts about the history of Valentine's Day. Then, we find the topic sentence and identify the main idea of the text. In the case of our example, every February 14th across the United States and in other places around the world, candy, flowers, and gifts are exchanged between loved ones, all in the name of Saint Valentine. But who is this mysterious saint, and where did these traditions come from? So our main idea is who Saint Valentine is, and where our holiday traditions come from. Next, we determine the author's purpose. Author's purpose is when the information is related to the author's reason for writing. There are 4 main purposes authors have for writing nonfiction. To explain, which tells you how to do something or describe someone or something. To inform, which gives you information, very similar to explain. To entertain, which provides an escape or something to do for fun during free time. And to persuade, which attempts to change your view or opinion about something. The author's purpose for writing the Valentine's Day booklet is to inform us about the history of Valentine's Day. We know this because the book is filled with facts and describes the different stages Valentine's Day has gone throughout the years. And finally, we determine the tone of the text. Tone is the general attitude of a piece of writing. Some tone words could be amused, humorous, angry, informal, cheerful, ironic, horror, light, clear, matter-of-fact, formal, resigned, gloomy, and optimistic. Now those are just a few tone examples. Feel free to come up with your own. The tone of our example is fairly matter-of-fact. The facts are given straightforward without much emotional connection. So these are our steps for reading nonfiction. If you didn't get everything for the note catcher, feel free to rewind and pick it up. I'll see you tomorrow.